the bottom line.
To choose from hot, we got a KB.
The sponsor for today's episode is nobody. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm glad to finally be starting the 1988 Toyota Supra build. So I got this car about 5 years ago and I daily drove it for 2 years. But then I switched over to driving my truck regularly and this kind of sat for a while, and it's really just sat untouched, undriven for the past 3 years. So we're gonna change that today. It has the original naturally aspirated 7M GE. It originally came with AC, but it didn't work when I got it and I just decided to remove it. I'm all about weight reduction, you'll find that out soon enough. I have had the interior out and back in, so I'm kind of on the fence with that. I really don't want to have it look kind of ugly. I still want it to look kind of original on the inside and the outside for the most part. It has a W58 transmission, which is good for NA. It also came with the Sport package from Toyota, so it actually comes with the Toyota Electronic Modulated Suspension, TEMS. It also has a limited slip diff, so that's a plus. Now let's talk about some of the quirks that this car has as an older Supra. Mark III Supras are known to have starting problems. I'm not sure if this is rooted in the fact that it's a poorly designed starter, or it's just a poorly designed starting circuit, or if it's just an older car. I never really had problems with any of my other old cars. I've had 1988 Toyota pickup, I've also had an 88 CRX. Never really had starting problems with either of those two cars. So far I've changed out the starter once and the ignition switch once. I know a lot of people do the starter relay mod to these cars. I'm not going to do that because to me adding a starter relay to the system that already has a starter relay is kind of a hack mod. If anything, I'd lean more towards removing stuff from the system rather than adding more things. I know the Canadian vehicles don't have a clutch start, they don't have a relay, and they don't have a security system. So I might go that route of wiring it more like Canadian, but I wouldn't add more things to the wiring system. Now, since it does have the TEMS system, a lot of aftermarket suspension today isn't compatible with this car. I know there were some shocks that were compatible with it before, but I think they're discontinued, so it'd be hard to find those. Now the 7M GEs are known to have a head gasket issue. I'll probably cover that in a future episode, but I haven't had any head gasket leaks or coolant leaks yet, so far I'm feeling pretty good. The previous owner probably took care of that. So where do I start with this build? The first thing I gotta do is I gotta get it registered. I also have to put in a new stereo and change out the rear differential fluid as well as the transmission fluid. As far as powertrain, I'm not sure if I want to keep the 7M in it right now and just build it up, put a turbo on it, maybe swap it to a 2J, LS. I'm really not sure. I kind of want to keep it NA, but I know that's very unpopular with the Supra crowd, but I always liked NA engines, so that's just me. I'm not sure yet. So what do you think I should do with this route? What powertrain should I put in it? I'd like to keep it clean, I'd like to keep it reliable. I also want to keep it kind of stock looking on the outside, except maybe some wheels, but do some major weight reduction on the inside. This car is really heavy, so I really want to make it at least 3,000 pounds or lighter.